Hey, well, thanks for joining us at X Garage. This is Jake the Snake, where we delve into worldviews using the Christian worldview. Today I have Chris Wineland on with us again, just talking about comedy and how he can make us laugh, I guess. I mean, hey, Chris, how's it going?
Wow, I feel like the pressure's already been put on all of a sudden. He's supposed to make us laugh or something. We'll see what. This reminds me of that scene from The Incredibles where the kid's just sitting out on the bike and the guy's like, "What are you waiting for?" And he's like, "I don't know, something amazing, I guess." That's what it feels like just happened.
That was a pretty funny scene. Well, cool. Hey, well, thanks to you again for coming on. I'd love to just talk a little bit more about the stuff that you do. Obviously, you are a Christian comedian. The last conversation we had was about the book that you have coming out, and that's going to be super awesome. And just delving into the gospel with kind of the mentality and worldview of a comic. And so just tell us a little bit more about like your career, what do you do, what are your goals, and I'd love to hear a little bit more about just kind of your overarching mind frame when entering into the arts as a comedian.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, by the way. I've been doing stand-up comedy for 11 years, and I just fell in love with it. And after that, I've just had a lot of great things in my career where I've been able to perform in front of thousands and thousands of people and, be on national television and write for national television and then I co-created a Christian late night show called Next Week with Jeff Durbin. And so there was just so many different things that I've been able to really have a blast with. And I was talking to my wife actually recently, and I said, I've achieved all my goals, so I'm really at this place where I don't know what I want to do. I'm 29. I achieved everything. I don't know anymore. So when people are saying, well, where do you want to end up? I'm like, I don't know what to do with my hands. Like, I don't know anymore. So my end goal has, I just want to be an influencer in the entertainment world. And I would love to be a late night host, continue to be a late night host. I think that's a great thing. I currently host a monologue show online. And so if we could continue that and, have me host a really big late night show, I think that would be an end goal. But honestly, I just love making people laugh. I love performing, speaking, and, I love skits. I'm obsessed with writing skits. It comes easy to me. And so I have like 1 million skits that I haven't even put out yet this year, but they'll be coming out pretty soon.
Dude, that's awesome. When can we expect some of those skits?
Hopefully soon. I used to put them out weekly, and this past like 6 months has just been really weird on my personal schedule. And so I haven't been able to put them out. And Marcus Pittman has been my producer, and so he produces the skits a lot. A lot of times he'll film it or he'll act in it. And so it's just been like weird where he hasn't been filming. So I'm hoping in the next few months we should have a whole bunch of skits coming out.
Cool. Well, I always thought that like a comedian's schedule would be like super laid back, like you probably sleep until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, right? Maybe write a couple jokes and then, I don't know, go to, some place to tell a few jokes, right? I mean, like that sounds like a pretty easy schedule.
It was at one time. My schedule was that easy. That was great. But when you add social media and videos and TV and radio and podcasting interviews, when you add all this stuff, you pretty much have to be awake 24/7. I'm not allowed to sleep. I don't know when I can sleep anymore because I'll get up at like 6 a.m. No, that's not true. Let's be honest. I don't. I want to get up at 6 a.m. I'll get up at like 7 a.m. I got to walk my dogs. So there's that. Like, they don't care that I'm a comedian. They're like, come on, let's go. So I'm like, fine. So I got to walk them. And that takes like 30 minutes, because they're slow. Let's be honest. They gained a lot of weight recently. And so they're really slow. And then I immediately write. I go on to social media is kind of the first thing that I do. And I used to, when I was living in Chicago, I would do four shows a night of just like, 5-minute sets. But now I'm blessed to be able to get paid to do it. So it'll be like I'll have like weekends coming up where it'll be like 3 or 4 shows, and then in that weekend, and I'm just flying everywhere for like 3 or 4 days, and then I'll come back, and then I'll have like a week and a half where I'm really just doing, skits, or I'm working on the monologue show, and I'm working with my writers on that, and we're filming stuff, and so I'm not really on the road for the next week and a half. So my schedule is kind of really all over the place. And even when I am on the road now, I'm still waking up at 9 a.m. for whatever reason, and I'm going to bed at like 1 or 2 a.m. I don't know why.
Fair enough, man. Well, so as a Christian comedian, obviously our goal is the Great Commission and all that. How do you kind of juggle the professionalism of wanting to, be you have a job to do in the comic world, and wanting to proclaim the gospel? Because I know that at least on your social media accounts, that is pretty prevalent, that, hey, you're a Christian comedian, but I assume that you're going to like more normal venues as well.
Yeah. I do all venues, and what's interesting is when people ask me the type of comic I am, because I think it's pretty clear that I'm a Christian, and especially if you follow on my stories or anything like that. And so I think for me, the biggest thing is I'm not a church comic. I don't do church comedy. That's where my difference is, because even if I'm performing at like a big church or something and people are coming in, I don't want to do something that is only going to make sense to the people that grew up in church, because I didn't grow up in church. So that's not my go-to humor. Like I love Mark Lowry and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So like he does all these like church jokes, but I didn't grow up with that. So my key is to just do comedy that I think everybody can relate to, observational, relational, my own stories, and just kind of make everybody laugh. And when I first started off my first year, I tried to preach the gospel on stage, and I did not get invited back anywhere. Like clubs were like, okay, see ya, never come back. So that's, that was a problem. So for me, I had to go, okay, what is my strategy? How do I push the gospel forward, but at the same time, be an entertainer? And I realized like the biggest thing is just to do it to the excellence, just be excellent on stage to the best of my ability. And then that way off stage, people want to talk to me. And when they talk to me, my goal is to talk about Jesus as best as I possibly can.
Right on. It might have not been Greg Bonson that said this, but I think it was. He was saying that he hated Christian music because it's kind of like you got like its whole market basis is because it's Christian music, as opposed to just being, hey, let's make some great music and do it because we're Christians.
Yeah.
Which I think is kind of what your platform looks like, a little bit less like, hey, I'm a Christian comic. I'm a comic who sees everything through the lens of the gospel, which is a much broader way to see kind of your profession.
Yeah. I only put up a Christian joke on Sundays. I don't know if you've noticed this, but
I haven't.
Purposely do it on Sundays. And then the rest of the week is just random humor. And
I love it.
Want to do it on Sundays because I think every once in a while somebody will be like, why does he always do that? Oh, it's Sunday. Maybe I should go to church. All right, I'll go to church. Like, it's just a weird, I don't even know if it works, but that's my mindset behind it.
That's really funny. I love it.
Yeah, but I think I heard Bono say that as well about music. And to be honest, when you put yourself in that weird kind of a box, like there's a lot that you can't do. And so I'm not a fan of, I don't like to be told what I cannot do. I'd rather be told what I can do and just kind of figure it out. And so for me, like I am thankful. I have a lot of friends that are not at all Christian in any way. And they know that I want them to come to church. They know that I want them to read the Bible. Like they know all of this stuff. And I feel like they, they still follow me on Instagram or Facebook. And I'm talking about other entertainers. I'm talking about entertainers that are bigger, well-known. And my goal is I kind of want to become low-key like their pastor. Like if I could somehow become all of these bigger comedians, like when they have something go on, they can call me and I can give them like actual biblical advice. That would be, maybe that's my new end goal. I appreciate you asking. You helped me process this.
Figuring out Chris's life problems one step at a time. That's my life goal. Yeah.
This show isn't even about you guys. It's all about me right now. I just need help.
Well, Christopher, please welcome into my office and let's talk about I don't know where that was going, but I was trying to be funny. So I should probably stop that.
No, it's okay.
Well, cool, man. So you told me that if I wanted you to be funny, ask about Christmas. So
No, you already failed.
No, I just was trying to think of the weirdest way I could ask you be funny for us in front of people. So
yeah, you achieved it there, I would say.
Be funny, man.
You know what? I do feel like I'm in an office now. I feel like I'm in a therapist's office, just making me do things I wasn't ready to do. Also, you have a painting of a very, I don't know if the camera can see, but you have a painting of a very depressing painting on the wall. So I do feel like, and then shrubbery. Yeah, there it is. It's, that's depressing. That's, regardless of what it actually means, that makes me want to cry later tonight. And then you have like, the curtain. I'm seeing a curtain right here, which reminds me of a hotel curtain. So congratulations, whatever hotel you stole that from.
Hey, this is Ethan's home, man.
I didn't say I hated it. I like it, Ethan. Good job.
He said he thought it looks like a hotel curtain. So
right, but I you know what? I think he got it from a Hilton. So if he took it from a Hilton, which is good. And that plant he definitely took from a Hilton. So that's okay. It's all right.
Awesome, man. So tell me about your Christmas. What happened with the...
Oh, I'm glad you randomly asked that for no reason or at all. I got the same gift for Christmas, and I'm just now getting rid of it. Everybody got me this thing called Moose Munch. Have you ever heard of Moose Munch?
I've never heard of Moose Munch.
It's basically this dark chocolate and peppermint popcorn because we haven't done enough to popcorn that we had to put dark chocolate and peppermint all over it. And so I went to these Christmas parties and people started going, "Oh, Chris, I have something for you." And they gave me this big container that says Moose Munch on it. And I got one, and I was like, okay, yeah, that was cool. I guess I like popcorn, whatever. The next day, I went to another Christmas party, and they said, "Chris, we got something for you. Moose Munch again." I ended up with so much Moose Munch during Christmas that people are like when they look at Moose Munch, they think of me somehow. So they think he's the guy. He's the target. He's the target for this Moose Munch. So I was eating like my 10th Moose Munch the other day, and I was reading the box. And it says, I don't know if you ever read slogans on things, but you really should, because I really think that some guy just does a last minute slogan creation and just slaps it on a company. Because there's no way, like if you were to challenge some of the slogans that pop up on things, people would go, "You're right, that's not accurate for our company." And mine was for Moose Munch, I read, and it was written right there, it said, "Moose Munch, the anytime snack." The anytime. I would really like to put that to the test. The anytime snack. Like I just want to go to like the middle of an argument of a couple that's about to have a divorce and just be like, "Moose Munch? Would you like some dark chocolate Moose Munch, please?" Or like you're just gonna see me start walking around hospitals with Moose Munch everywhere. Just
Yeah, I think I'd get afraid, and I know I have problems with chocolate up here in Washington where it's cold, but I feel like if I was in Arizona, I'd even have more problems with chocolate because, just get all over your hands and be like 1-year-old.
Well, it melts in Phoenix, which is why I really don't know why anybody would want to give it to me. It melts quite fast. I don't know. It was just strange. I had way too much. So I wanted to introduce you to my dog. This is exclusive, okay? I'm allowed to do whatever I want as the interview person. And I need you to advertise this show to say, "Exclusive, Chris Wineland shows his child." Okay, don't lick me. Come on.
That's a great title for the exclusive. Chris Wineland shows his child. I love it. What's the dog's name?
Chicago.
Is it really Chicago?
It really is, yeah. You don't believe me. Like I just picked a city randomly. But yeah, no, for sure. Chicago. Me and my wife just love the city. So
weren't we in Chicago at the same time?
Were we?
I think so.
2014?
I was there. Did you get there at 2014?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I left like right before 2014.
Oh, well, I mean, I was in and out that last year, so we were there.
Okay. All right, cool. Awesome, man. Well, cool. Hey, well, thanks for coming on the show, man. I really enjoyed having you over, and yeah, we'll have to get you out to Washington sometime and experience snow.
Yeah, I would love that.
It's
Sorry
this
for just talking
white.
complete nonsense to you.
Oh, it's okay. It's this white stuff that is cold
Snow?
and yeah, snow. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it. I've heard of it. Times.
Okay.
Kinda
Cool,
forgot.
man.
It's the old me. Every once in a while, when I see snow on the TV, I just have like PTSD from when I lived in Chicago. I don't have it here, so.
Oh, right, because you were in Chicago, so yeah, you would know snow. Yeah. Okay.
I try to avoid it. So if I ever come up to Washington again, it's going to be in July.
Hey, I'm trying to end the show right now, and you keep on starting the conversation over again, man. This is really awkward.
Have you ever had people like that? No, I just go into it even more.
And you almost got me up again. Like, it's like, yeah, oh yeah, I know, right. Oh my gosh.
I know, because you're good at playing off of people, and so I'm able to keep. Even right now, I'm still getting you going. We're still going. This is the Chris Wineland show now. I've changed it. No, I'm just kidding. Taking over.
Yeah, we were talking about how you're going to steal the recordings that we're doing right now and just put the Chris Wineland label on them, and now all of a sudden you own the rights to the podcast, I guess.
That's right. I'll have it uploaded in 20 minutes. I'll wait.
All right, man. Cool. Hey, well, guys, this is Chris Wineland. Check out his stuff. Chris, give him your stuff again. Where can they find you?
Absolutely. So chriswineland.com is a great way to start, but if you are on anything on social media, just go to @ChrisWinelandComedy. I put up Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikToks. I do everything pretty much daily, and my whole goal is just to make you laugh throughout the day. So make sure you go and follow me and do that. Make that happen.
Who's even on TikTok anyway?
You know what? A whole lot of teenagers that like my beard, which is weird. So it's kind of uncomfortable, actually. I might leave.
You just made a rhyme. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Beard and weird.
I'll start a rhyming Instagram as well pretty soon. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're on Instagram too?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I am. Cool. Now, are you trying to keep going?
I am. Yeah.
Yeah, I caught on to it. I caught on.
Cool, man. Hey, cool. Well, guys, go check out Chris Wineland. His book is coming out here pretty soon. The Great Heckle. Go check it out. And when we get a link for that pre-sale purchase, send it to us, and we're going to share it everywhere.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me on the show. It's awesome. I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Talk to you later.